friends, now we'll see what are quotient and mode functions. Now, if you can see the screen, it has number of pencils. Suppose it is the manufacturer which manufactures number of pencils daily. Suppose on Monday he manufactured 1524, Tuesday he manufactured 1424, Wednesday he manufactured 1553 pencil, Thursday was the staggering, suppose Friday and Saturday is the half day. Now he sells 12 pencils, one packet containing 12 pencils, right? Now I want to know how many packets were manufactured on a particular date and how many pencils left. Suppose if it has 12 pencils or 10 pencils extra, now it cannot be packed because 2 are left, right? So for that it will be a closing stock on that day. Now this what I can calculate with the help of quotient and mode function. Let's see. I'm typing QUOTIENT, quotient, numerator comma denominator. That's it, and it's going to fetch me the detail like that, and I have to simply drag it. Now how is mode function working? Mode is also simpler, number and the division, and this is how I can know the excess left. Right, now let's see. Suppose somebody manufactures 12 pencils, so it is one packet. Suppose 13, so one packet and one left. Suppose 14, so one packet and two left, right? 120 pencils, so 10 packets, 122 pencils, so 10 packets and 2 left, right? So this is how we can calculate by the use of quotient and mode function. Please try this. Thank you so much. Hello friends, these are the list of common errors that we found in Excel while performing various calculations. While we are putting many formulas and functions, we see different types of errors appearing. Now, what are the calculations which lead to such errors, and what do this error actually mean? We'll see one by one. Now, if you can see on the screen, I have the list of errors as name, division, reference, null, not applicable, value, hash, and num. Now we'll see what these errors mean. Now we'll see list of errors. First is name error. Now, if you see this, I have done is equals to 15 plus ABC, which is giving me name error. Now, if I perform is equal to 15 plus 15, so it's going to fetch me 30. But if I perform 15 plus ABC or 15 plus any tax, which is going to give me this name error. So I hope it is clear why we are getting this. One more reason we are getting this error is the function. The name of the function I have typed is incorrect. The total should be sum and not sun. If I put sum, so I'm going to get the total of all the ranks here. But if I mistake here, and if I put sun sun, and if I open the bracket and calculate somehow, it's going to fetch me name error. Now what is this division error? So anything divided by 0 will fetch you division error. Suppose is equals to 100 divided by 0. So it's going to fetch me this. Plus, if I have calculation of average, but if I remove or delete the digits, it's again going to fetch me these errors. Suppose if there are 10, 10, 10, so the average of 10, 10, 10 is 10. But if I delete these calculations, if I delete these numbers, it will fetch me, the average function will fetch me this division error. What is this reference error? Here, look here please. F28 plus G28. So this both cells I have done plus here, right? Now suppose if one of the columns, if I delete that column, now what's happening here is the reference which was given is now appearing nowhere in the sheet, right? It used to have a reference here, but it's not appearing. So it's fetching me reference error. I'll press Ctrl Z to get it back, right? So this is how I get the reference error. Okay, what is null error? So suppose if I put a huge space in between calculation of the function, it's going to get me null and void, right? So suppose is equals to max, bracket open, and if I put a space in that, now there is no such amount appearing here in space. Plus if I put this two cells, and there has to be colon in between, so it will fetch me the information. But if I do not put colon in between, if there are unnecessary space within my function, so it's going to get me a null error. NA, that is not applicable. Suppose we have seen VLOOKUP function. If we apply that here, is equals to VLOOKUP. Now what is the lookup value? This is the lookup value that I'm looking for of a rank of. This is the table array. 2 is the column index number, 0 for exact match. Now Jack. So Jack is nowhere appearing in the name list. Suppose if I put my name here, Amir. So it's showing, it's going to get me Amir's rank is first. If I put Rani, Rani's rank is second. But if I put Jack, sorry, that's a spelling mistake. If I put Jack, so there is no Jack appearing. If I put Tom, there is no Tom appearing. So it's going to give me this not applicable error. Now there's something called value error. Now where do we get it? Suppose I needed to add all this, so all these digits, but mistakenly I have added the tax also in that. So it's see B76. So this is the tax. This I have mistakenly added within the digits. Now how can you plus this 400, 300, 350 in Carlos? Right? There is no calculation, there is no function which can do this calculation for you. So you're going to get value error here, right? So this is how you get. But if you put a function here, the function will ignore the name. Suppose in the function I have given range from 400 to not till 300, but till the name, that's Carlos. So the function will work. It will understood, but the formula will not understand. Okay, now what is this hash error? Right, so if you have a huge number, and that's also a number format, but in that number format, the space is not sufficient enough for that. Suppose if I write a number here, that's a huge number, but it's not a number format. If I make it a number format, let's say where it is here. Yeah, so now again I'm going to get error unless I stretch my column to give it a space that it's required, right? So that is the hashes. So whenever we get hash error, we have to enlarge our columns or rows, whatever, to the extent it needs to be enlarged. All right, what is this num error? We'll see. So suppose if I put exponential, that's also called caret, right? That's exponential sign. So if I have exponential, which is on a very big amount, so I'll get this num error. So I hope that it is clear so far that what are the different errors that we get, why do we get. I request you to practice it once, and by using the same examples that I did here, and you can have the confidence needed for this. Thank you so much.
Now we'll see what is if error function and how does it work. Now I have some numbers and a data, and I want to divide this both. So is equals to this divided by this, and I'll simply drag it. I can drag by double clicking also. Now 50 can't be divided by 15.a, 200 can't be divided by ABC, 250 can't be divided by 25.d. So it's showing some error. Now look closely. Suppose if I type, let's say I have typed this, right? Now this is also an error, but if you can distinguish what is a system generated error, this is a system generated error. It will have a mark here which is missing here, right? Just like we have the marks on the comments right side, we have the marks when we have a comment. So the same way we have a green mark here on the left side when we have a system generated error. So how to distinguish between a normal error and a system generated error? System generated error will have a mark here. Now how the if error function works? So I'll type if error, this value, and suppose if there is an error, so I'll see error written here. I can write anything out here. Now if there is an error, suppose there is an error on the second one, so if I drag it, so it will show me error written, right? So I'll put it like this. And what I can do, I can give a condition formatting tags that contain ERROR, right? So wherever there is an error, it will appear, it will show me the color as well, right? Suppose if I correct it, if I make it 15, so the error is removed, so it will show me, give me the data only, but not the error. If I make it 1, 2, 3, so the error is removed, right? So please try this. Thank you.